Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing with Japan. Alright, so I did make another mistake in that last episode where I didn't add the newest radar to the aircraft carriers. So remember, the radar 3 does give like several bonuses now to like your attack and whatnot. So it's one that you definitely want to get, especially for something that takes so long to build, like a capital ship. And we weren't very far in building it, so again, I scrapped the damn carriers. I don't know, that's like the second time I scrapped them, isn't it? I think the last time it didn't have much production at all into it, but this time I had a little bit more, and it was 2 of them. But whatever, I still had years left to build, so I did scrap those and fixed it. Gave them the new ones. I feel like it's worth it for a carrier. Yeah, I feel like it's worth it, guys. And it was all because of my damn mistake and shit. Because obviously I've been missing stuff. I think I've been I'm just too tired, man. And I still haven't slept. As of recording that video, I was still going on the 2 to 3 hours a night, and that's the same for this one as well. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit shorter episode because I gotta work tomorrow on Sunday. As many of you guys know, I do the long hour shift, the 12 hours, which typically turns into like 13 or 14 plus my hour commute, which ends up being 2-hour commute total. So it's a very, very long day. Sundays are. And I cannot be going there feeling like this, man. I'm like seeing things, like, the light is not looking right because I've had so little sleep. Yeah, this is probably the worst I've ever done it. But man, there's just a lot of work to do this week, guys. Just too much work. I had to get done. Gotta make that money, man. So I'm gonna go to bed early tonight, or early for me anyway, basically as soon as I get this video made public. So in order to allow me to record it and edit it, and of course most importantly upload it and have YouTube process it faster, because the longer the video is, the longer it takes for YouTube to do that, then we're gonna make this a little bit shorter, guys. So we're gonna shoot for like 40 minutes or so, the short episode for this channel, which is the long episode for many other channels. So let's go and jump into it. Let's let it play. Maybe we are at war with communist China, which we are manually controlling. And I'm kind of just letting the troops get up onto the front here. I don't really want these guys attacking. I don't think we put these guys in control of the AI, did we? It sure seems like they're just doing their own damn thing here. But yeah, I don't want them in control of the AI, but I think maybe they're just moving. I think that's what the deal is. So we're going to stop those guys from moving. Let's just stop some of this stuff here. I don't want them to attack there. I want to cut these guys off, and that is actually a good location. Again, attacking in the mountains. We need somebody here to stop that guy. I don't know that we won't get there in time. Alright, so we have to stop that. Could cut those guys off right there by attacking here, but it looks like they're leaving. And here we're also about to, we're about to lose territory. So maybe we can get there first before they are able to push there. These are big, wide provinces, so it does take a long time for them to move. So let's go ahead and make sure that all of our troops here are pushing forward while we're over here, because they do have a tendency to sometimes just sit there for a little bit when they could be pushing forward against a front that there's nobody defending. So let's force them to go. Yeah, but again, I said this like 2 episodes ago. If I make any mistakes, it's my bad, guys. So let's go ahead and have these guys attack over this way. And there we go. So they should start moving, though we'll go ahead and do the initial move orders here, because they're all going to move the same direction if we don't. But yeah, this is a real easy conquest here, guys, because the Soviets are focusing, as they should, I think, on their front with Germany. So very easy conquest, and even the AI can handle it for us for the most part, other than us needing to make sure they go forward. Just push them forward. And all these guys are on aggressive, man. I mean, you can see the Blue Army's on aggressive, everybody's on aggressive, but yeah, they just don't, even on aggressive, they don't really move as fast as I would like them to go. Let's go and have these guys attack here. And again, this is where I'll try and cut them off. See if we can't get like those 2 divisions cut off, as well as maybe that guy there. I prefer to not have to fight him across these mountains, man, all the way over there, because that's a long way to go. The problem right now is that all of our divisions are not up on the front. They kind of got left behind, some of our troops. We started kind of pushing forward a little bit fast there for a second when we cut all those divisions off, and then that didn't give our troops time to catch up here. We'll send these guys too. We've got troops that are coming over this way. And I'm going to bring this guy as well. I don't really care if they take that territory there. Alright, we've got some non-aggression pact offers. We'll accept those. Oops. And trading for steel, we don't need to. So let's go ahead and stop trading with the Germans. And we'll take a look at, yes, these are those non-aggression packs. All right, so many things brought up in the last episode, which I haven't responded to all your comments, but I have read many of them. I kind of just went through them before I recorded this episode, actually, so just, you know, for anybody pointing out stuff that I missed, so that I could address that here in the episode. But yeah, I didn't have time to respond to all the comments yet, because I'm like way behind. I'm actually like 2 days behind on responding to comments, just, you know, just busy, guys. But a lot of people are concerned about like the fact that I haven't gotten the artillery upgrade yet. Well, I mean, we focused, if you guys don't recall, we had, I think, four of these tech slots for a time focused solely on the ship techs. I just really wanted to get those knocked out, and so that's the reason why we are behind on many different types of land techs, which, you know, if you think about it, we're not really fighting in the sea much in this campaign, which is supposed to be a naval campaign, but really because we're not fighting the allies, there's not much sea battles, you know. Soviets have a little bit of a fleet, but it's not over here, so it doesn't really, it's not really a naval battle for us to do. And, you know, without the British and the French, man, there's no naval battles for the Japanese. Not until we fight the Americans. But we will be fighting the Americans, and I did say that we were going to focus on the Navy. So because of that, I have kind of prioritized getting naval techs, despite the fact that this has kind of been a land campaign, due to the fact that the British went with the Axis. So it just kind of changed everything up. And it just kind of happens that way. You can see they're moving a lot more troops over here, guys. Yeah, we're having a fight now. We might need to, as of right now, we're okay, but if they keep on putting troops over here and we start seeing a lot of red, then we'll have to take control of it, because AI will just exhaust, maybe not our manpower, because we got a lot of it, but it certainly exhausts our equipment quite quickly. I mean, our equipment's already not doing great. Oh, these guys got there before us. Shit. Alright, so still trying to attack over that way. Again, I'm kind of limiting my attacks just a little bit because, yeah, I mean, we've been taking some heavy losses here. I mean, heavy for us anyways. Obviously, the number of losses we are taking is not much compared to what the AI is taking, because it's been a disastrous conflict for them, as it always is. And I still have people all the time coming in the comments whenever I talk bad about the AI that will try and argue that the AI is going to play better than any human player can play, which I find to be astounding, that people argue that, and they legitimately believe that. And I don't know if it's the argument comes from the idea that, and we're almost to the capital here, that, you know, you miss things as the player. You miss like opportunities to push forward because you're just not there. You know, these guys are gonna keep doing these stupid attacks because they are on AI control. So we'll stop that. They can go over to the other front. We're almost to the capital, guys. Almost there. We're going to get this guy going over here, and let's go over here, and then he'll go right there. And then we're going to attack over that way just to kind of free them up, because if we don't, yeah, you know what, guys? We're going to have to attack with both of these guys. That still might not be enough until we get this this guy over there. Then we'll see how that looks. Yeah, I really want to get to the capital, because that might be the end of this, if we get to the capital. But yeah, I think it stems from the idea that, you know, you're never going to be able to, it's an AI, so I mean, it's able to see stuff, you know, and react to it quicker than you will as a human. It sees everything, you know. Here's a player, we're limited to interacting with what we can see here on the screen. So, you know, that's not the case with the AI. So I think that's where the armament comes from, but I mean, I don't think that's really a reason to say that the AI is better than any human could ever be. I mean, we've seen, I won't go into it anymore because, I mean, I've already gone into this the last few times somebody has tried to argue that. I would say it's just when people say that, maybe that's just the way they prefer to play, with the AI in control, and they assume that it's better. I'm not entirely sure, but, you know, the AI is not great in this game. But that's okay. That's okay. They're improving it. They're making it better. Fall of Leningrad. So, progress being made, guys. Progress being made. But yeah, I mean, it's just certain choices they make, that the AI makes, I feel. I thought that this was connected. It's not connected. Alright, well, if we win that way, we could. I think I'm going to go this way, despite all this open territory here. I really want to make sure that we have that capital taken over. And yeah, we're having some difficulty over here. Let's make sure that We have plenty of troops coming over this way, because I don't really care if they go that way. Yeah, we're about to get the capital. That's what's important. And we have a lot of places to cut troops off, but I don't know that we can take advantage of it, because, yeah, we're having so much difficulty on some of these attacks here. Unless you have, like, 3 divisions attacking. So we have the machine-assisted encryption. We're going to keep on knocking these out. I know they're 15 civilian factories, guys. That's okay. That's fine. We're building dockyards right now. And again, the reason why I focus so much on the Navy is mainly because I said I would, even if it doesn't make entirely a whole lot of sense considering the fact that it is such a land campaign. It's going to continue to be. I mean, when are the Americans coming to the war? And then we're going to go to war in India and Burma. And, so you're going to continue to see a lot of, land combat more than you're going to see any naval combat. I did put my ships in the sea, by the way. A few of them. Just put a few submarines out there, doing a little something. But I do think I put the submarines, these ones, as you can see, these ones are on convoy escort instead of convoy rating. But yeah, I put the maybe 5, I think it was 5 task force of submarines out there. Also put, and he's not taking that capital. What if, don't have him selected, I guess we're going to defend. What if we attack here, try and help him out. Then maybe like attack right there and try and get that division cut off. And now let's try here. Now that we're done with that defense. Yeah, I thought he wouldn't win there, but I thought it was worthy of a try. So we're almost into Soviet territory to start taking control of that. Remember, we'll get a separate peace treaty for these guys since they're in their own faction. So pretty much as soon as we take that capital, maybe actually, I could definitely see that being the end of them. This is not thick enough, guys. Need some thickness here. Stop us from getting cut off. But there's a lot of openings now. They're in trouble. Yeah, they're definitely in some trouble here, guys. Can we beat that guy? Because if not, we're just going to attack him. 7 days and 2 hours. I mean, we do have control of the skies. These are big zones. So it's going to be difficult for them to... yeah, this isn't going to work. Whoa. Didn't mean to do that, guys. And Italy wants to send volunteers. That's right, because they're not in the Axis, so they're not at war. Sure, we'll accept that. They can bring their volunteers over here. We'll make a use of them. All right, so yeah, the capital here, we just need the infantry to attack. Here again, we are winning. That's going to allow us to thicken this up here. So that's why I'm going to let it continue. He's trying to go over there. But yeah, I'm not worried about that. So I'll push forward there. And let's make sure, I haven't looked at these guys for a while. Let's make sure that they're pushing forward. I'm sure they're not pushing as forward as fast as we'd like, but they're doing it. These guys are done. So let's go ahead and put them in charge of something else. Now remember, we have to consider supply. We don't do anything crazy. And you're seeing that there are troops up along here now. They did bring troops here. So let's go ahead and manage our fronts just a little bit front management, guys. Let's go ahead and give these guys an order here. And we're going to actually extend this. Can't see it, but yeah, we're going to extend it like so. And they're saying they can't do it. That's because they're not on the front yet. Let them get them on over there before we actually send them. But for right now, let's stop this. And this is the stuff I was talking about. Again, I don't want to get into it too much because we've already talked about it, many times. I think we're done. Oh, no, we're not done. We need to get all these here. Well, I guess we'll get the fighter ones first since we're still working on the naval bombers. So we got to get those. We do need to update these to the new close air support. We don't have enough air experience to justify doing anything with them. And that does require more aluminum, but we don't need as much steel. Something we took from the communist China, or that's Mongolia. Something we took from somebody we're fighting. Communist China, Mongolia, Soviets. And we just need to get some more aluminum here. Whoa, not that much aluminum. Maybe like 3 should be enough. Nope, 1 more. All right. So again, almost done here. We just got to get to the damn capital there, man. I'll just keep on pushing the front forward and shit because it's just, it's stretching it out so we don't have to worry about so many damn troops. They'll win in there, so we'll let that happen. These guys are just so weak. I just feel like we should be able to win there. It's just the mountains, though, man. They're tough. They're hard to get through. These guys can go ahead and push forward here. Again, I want to get into that Soviet territory as quickly as you can. Start getting more progress there. More war participation. And winning there. Again, we could cut these guys off, but when they capitulate, they'll all be gone any damn way. And I don't know if we're going to win there. I think one of them's going this way. Yeah, so it's just this guy. Well, he looks like he's doing all right. Let's go ahead and go to the back here. We could also attack right there, and that would cut off those divisions. And that's a lot of divisions. So you know what? Let's do it. Again, it might not matter if we end up finishing this up. Then it wouldn't matter. These guys are already cut off from supply. They ain't got no supply. They're going to try and take some provinces from us. That's fine. I don't care. I'll just try and get them wrapped up and destroyed. And we should probably take a look at this front. Yeah, because they're just about to the capital. Just go grab that, man. But yeah, again, what I was talking about is like this. You know, attacking across rivers is what I mean. The AI doesn't recognize rivers, so they won't avoid them. You know, that's something a player will typically consider. Attacking the mountains, sometimes you have no choice. Like this. You know, we don't really have a choice. We have to attack in the mountains. The AI doesn't care if there's a mountain there. They'll attack into it regardless of what's going on. They can have 3 choices of provinces. One's a mountain, the other 2 are plains, and they're a tank unit. And you can bet your ass that that tank unit will pick to choose to go into the mountain out of all the provinces. Because they don't really care about such things. You know, it's just not, they're not programmed into it. Which again, I'm not trying to rag on the AI or anything. I know some people don't like when I do that. I'm just trying to say what I meant when I talk about AI, like not being great. And then there's, you know, they don't really care about cutting troops off, which again is something players can care more about. And there's reasons why, you know, good reasons to cut troops off. You don't have to fight them all the way across. It's nice. Yeah, the AI doesn't really care about that. All right, so still trying to get the damn capital there. It's a tough one. Again, it's a mountain capital, so gonna be tricky. But these guys are all cut off, so that's nice. Let's go and see if we can't get them destroyed here. All right, and you know they'll keep on attacking. Like even if something's gonna lose, like there's no way it's gonna be a win. You know they don't really care about such things. They'll just keep on attacking. Yeah, see, like I'm gonna see this. It's 18. I'm like, yeah, that's not. There's no reason to do that. Same with this one here. We'll just attack right there instead. So that's what I mean, guys. I know what some people are arguing, where they say, you know, because the AI can catch things you won't, and they do. They absolutely will. But man, we could not get that. Okay, our organization's really low. I was like, I know it's across a river, but man, he's in a bad position. But we're in a bad position too. We're already moving into the Soviet territory now, and the Italians are here. We'll see if they actually help. I didn't see where they actually arrived to. They probably arrived somewhere where they won't help us, is what I would assume. There they are, right there. All right, so there's 2 Italian divisions located over there. All right, so really want to get these guys knocked out so that we can just focus on, and you know, I wasn't attacking there, but now that I look at it, probably not the best way to do that. Stack over here instead. But yeah, I want to get them wrapped up, get them knocked out of the conflict. We did win there, so what we'll do is we'll send this guy over there so that he can kind of push forward, try and get into that juicy Soviet territory, the little pass that's right here that we can go through. Yeah, we want to try and get in there. So I'm going to grab that city there, and we got the 0. All right, awesome. So we need to get a national focus picked first and a research, and then we'll take a look at the 0. See what we have left to get. So we got the United Fighter Development, and that would remove the duplicate research efforts. The idea that the Navy and the Air Force are, you know, the Army, I guess, in this time, because, you know, the Air Force was, I think in most militaries, not all, but I think most militaries, the Air Force was under the Army. It was the case in the United States. It was the Army Air Force back then, and they weren't their own branch yet. And of course, with the Japanese military, they got that whole line here in the game, you know, just in regards to the Army and the Navy fighting with each other. So, yeah, we can unify the fighter development, and then we get a nice, well, we get rid of that duplicate research modifier, which we start with that, so it should be over here. Air research speed is negative 10%, so we do research a lot slower. So that would be very nice to get. Yeah, I think we might do that one out of all the things on here. I really feel like doing that would be good. Of course, there's the options down here in developing the Chinese resources, which would get us some aluminum, which we need. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and get this so that we can research all those planes. Because if we're gonna get it, then you should get it as early as you can. Probably should have already gotten it, because otherwise, you know, it doesn't give you as much of a benefit. So the 0 is a carrier fighter, which has much better stats than the regular carrier fighter, and I'm not seeing it here. Maybe because it's already been outdated. That's what I'm thinking here. Because I was thinking I could show you the stat differences, but where the hell are those? All right, so we got the fighter 2s. There's a carrier fighter 1. Is that the one we were using? Yeah, I don't think we had gotten the carrier fighter 2s. Okay, so we couldn't really compare them with the 2s. But I think we are actually researching that. Yeah, we didn't need to research that. That was my bad, guys. We had already gotten this here. So yeah, we didn't need to do that. That's fine. I think we got it like super quick here. But yeah, I wasn't paying attention when I was clicking on. But we get it here done one day, so I guess we can just go ahead and let that go real quick. I'll just let these battle go. And there we go. So yeah, we got that knocked out. So let's go ahead and pick up the else here. So I think we're done with planes now, and I think we'll go ahead and get the artillery, because we are a little bit behind on the artillery, as you can see. We haven't really been getting them. I focused on the anti-air again for the ships. I really kind of prioritized the ship stuff, mainly because it's a Japanese campaign, man. It's supposed to be a naval campaign, and it just didn't end up going that way because of the way the world situation, went. But at the very least, we'll have better ships, and that's the way I always look at it with the ships, is that they take so long to build. So you want to get the best techs for them early on, because like especially the carriers, the capital ships really. We got their capital, but they haven't capitulated yet. We do have some military factories get assigned, and I never did update these. So I started talking about them, and then I didn't get them updated. We don't really have experience, so let's just go ahead and... Oh, they're saying, well, I think we can let that finish, I suppose, before we do it. I mean, when's it going to get done? The 22nd of June? Sure, why not? We'll let them finish that plane. I mean, it's one plane. I don't typically care, but I mean, it's one plane. We'll let them finish it up. All right, so now that we have the capital, how far until they capitulate? And I never did assign the military factories. My bad, guys. Let's get this figured out. I think we need infantry equipment. Now, when Communist China capitulates, we'll probably get... whatever equipment they have, but it might not be much, because it looks like, again, they could just not have been, they haven't received the reinforcements yet, but it looks like they're hurting on equipment, so let's not expect to get it. Let's hurry up and get this damn infantry equipment situation dealt with, because yeah, we got some serious shortages, man. So any factories we get, we'll put into those. So they're already going up this way. Let me take a look at what our dudes are doing over here. Yeah, we do need to change these up, and I was going to change up the orange and pink fronts so they had different fronts. Let's just go ahead and redo all of this, guys, because it is cruddy. And I'm seeing 25 divisions assigned over here. I'm guessing what I did is I took a division from these guys. Yes, sir. I took one of those. It doesn't help that they're both blue, and so they look familiar. So they look similar, I should say. So let's go ahead and get these fronts changed up so that they're just a little bit more efficient. So I don't remember which one's which. I want to say the better one is this one right here. So that's the one we'll use in a place where they might actually be fighting somebody, which of course would be over here. We also have the Red Army over here as well. So we're going to have the Red Army there. So let's just pull these guys back. We don't need double fronts, man. So we'll pull the orangish army to right there. Or I guess we pull both armies to right there. And then these guys will get pushed back even further. Oh wow, these guys are need to change them up quite a bit, don't we? Alright, and then they can kind of focus on fighting areas where they're hopefully not going to run into any resistance, while the Red Army probably has a little bit too much here. So I'm going to pull them back a little bit. Alright, so that looks good. And then let's give them some actual orders here. But yeah, I'd prefer to keep these guys like out of the fight if we can. So let's go ahead and tell them to go. And then let's also have these guys come up over this way. Alright, fantastic. And the Red Army has not been given an order to go yet. And man, I just don't know that I want to. Like, the reason why we have such heavy losses is because we've been attacking in the mountains over here. Like, do we want to attack over in the mountains over here too? And you know, at least over here I'm in control, so I can like stop it, like when it's like, oh, you're never gonna win that attack. But over here we can't. So man, I feel like we should just manually control this shit. Yeah, I don't really care about these guys as much. They hopefully shouldn't have to fight anybody. I mean, there's a little bit here, but due to their location, hopefully they don't have to fight as much. So we'll just manually control these guys here. And in this case, we're facing a lot more resistance. And again, every time I put AI in control, I always regret it because I end up taking like insanely high casualties because of their you know, piss poor judgment. So we'll just manually control this from here on out, guys. I know it's a big wide front. Yeah, it makes it go really slow. Whoops, I forgot I had that guy going there. My bad. I was just talking about how the AI does dumb shit, and then I did that. So we're gonna go after their capital here. We're already going after it. Okay, awesome. But yeah, I noticed I've made more mistakes over the last like couple episodes than I typically do. Now, you're always gonna make mistakes when you're doing a YouTube video. I mean, you make mistakes even if you're not doing a YouTube video. We don't need to be notified of this. Everybody makes mistakes, and these strategy games are complicated. And we can actually pull the Red Army over here. I didn't realize just how wide their front had gotten. They're supposed to mainly be focusing on Mongolia, so we want to pull them back and leave it open in the front. But this is a big wide front. What's one opening? I'm sure there's plenty of openings, and we don't really have much of a role for these guys yet. So let's pull this back here. Oh, yeah, and that's kind of the way that's gonna have to be. And with this guy, let's just get it done, man. Come on, get it done. Let's attack over there, get that territory for us. And so yeah, we'll take advantage of like, you know, opportunities we see here where it's open, but maybe not attack so much into these mountain provinces, or you know, attack when our organization's low. You know, some of the stuff the AI would do. Let's not do that. Just to you know, try and cut down on the casualties. Now, this is something I bring up in every series now because everybody asks me about it. Like we'll be stacked on like 3 million manpower, and I'm talking about, you know, losses and stuff and trying to avoid losses. People are like, well, why do you care? You know, it's you've won, and you know the casualties are really not a problem. You're not going to run out of manpower or anything like that. I kind of make it a personal goal of mine to try and take as few casualties as possible. I mean, obviously, you know, that's not always perfect. Sometimes you take casualties doing something stupid. You know, there's really no way around not taking casualties, but trying to limit it at least a little bit. And there we go. Communist China's defeated, and again, we didn't get a whole lot of equipment. But we got some, so that'll help with our shortages. But yeah, just trying to. What's going on here? Did I accidentally select that? I think I accidentally selected that. All right, so let's go and pass, just so we can get it all done in one turn here. Take all states. We might have had enough initially. So we're going to get all this conquered. And there we go. Communist China has been dealt with. And now it's just war with the Soviet Union. Which is very nice, because this was, again, this was a kind of a little bit of a costly war. We won't be able to see it now. We're down to 9,000 casualties. That's all we face against the Soviet Union. We can see we had taken 40-something thousand. I think it was like 44,000. So if you take out that 9,000, you know, we probably lost about 30-something thousand casualties here. And so the reason why I care is just a personal goal of mine. Just because I find that the AI is kind of, you know, it's not extremely challenging. So I like making the personal goal of trying to take, you know, as few as casualties, just for shits and giggles, man, just for fun. That's all. You know, sometimes it's not necessary to care, but I decide to care anyway. Alright, so we're going to send those divisions over there because it's probably not defended, or at least for a little while it's not defended. And we need to get all these troops over this way. So let's go and take a look at the front and see if there's any openings that we can take advantage of. We'll attack over that way now that we have more troops. I don't know if this will be a win, but we'll try it. Try it out. Yeah, looks like it would be a win, at least right now. Let's go after this cav division here. And then that will allow us to cut off anybody that's still there at that time. Alright, how is this going? Let's see here how we want them to do this. Oof, that's a lot of territory, man. But it's undefended, so let's just push forward and try and get control of all of it. All right, beautiful. So now we need to wait till we get up to this front. You can expect the Soviets might be pushing forward on this new territory we just got. It doesn't look like they are, actually. And what is he doing? Okay, because the front's right here. Well, you could stay there, man. Stay there and help us push forward. Now we're winning there. Or we were. Now we are not. So let's support that. That should help. Just open up the combat with a little bit more. And we have wrapped all of this up over here. And this is going to look really nice once we get all this. I mean, we could keep it here, of course, if we wanted to. But we already know these guys are planning on going independent. And they are actually no longer working on that continuous focus, guys. If you guys remember, they were working on continuous focuses, or at least I thought they were. Maybe I was wrong on that, and I saw a focus that had a name that was similar to one, and so I thought they weren't. But yeah, they haven't taken the Independence War just yet. Oh, they can't. Oh, okay. I think that's what the issue is. Maybe that's the issue. That they haven't got the purge of the General Affairs Council in order to do that. So maybe that's why it always happens so late. Because I know that when we've seen the AI have this issue where their puppet goes with the loyal route on their focus tree, then it typically is pretty late in the game. Like again, like 1940s for sure, early 1940s. Which again we are actually in the early 1940s, but I think I seen it in like 1942 or something like that. So we're gonna continue getting these as well. These are obviously pretty beneficial to us, and we're gonna try and get all of them knocked out. We've got that construction, so we build a bit faster. And they're making good progress here, guys. I'll say that the AI there is not playing bad at all. They're doing pretty good. They're making progress, pushing forward, pushing the Soviets back. That's what we want to see. And let's go and have all these guys push forward here. Take a little second there to compose myself, man. I'm just fucking tired of shit, man. These guys actually beat us across the river, apparently. All right, we actually have some Marines here. They can do pretty good across the river, so we'll let them do that. And then we'll go and help out. I know that these guys, well, I thought they were done. Never mind. We'll all attack over there, get the front push forward there, because I don't think we have any air bases. We didn't really plan for like air bases beyond. Well, these guys are actually not that far away. I thought they were further away from it, despite the fact, yeah, okay. I guess I'd already moved them, but yeah, they're already here. So this is close enough to get us a little bonus here. However, we're not into this zone just yet. Or we just don't have enough planes over there. Okay, I see. And probably efficiency could be much better too if we moved them over here. So we're going to do that. Now these guys here need to be moved as well. So we're going to do that. Let's see where we want to move them to. I guess we'll move them right here. And then we'll still have them there, and they won't be as efficient, but at least we'll try and get control of the skies there and get the bonuses that that grants. Especially the movement speed. That's one of the best ones for me anyway. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. The only division that's over here is one that's not supposed to be assigned here. That's strange. We'll go ahead and have him push forward. I know it's into the mountains with the tank, but there's nobody there, so it doesn't really matter. It's just going to affect his speed. I think we want destroyers, right? Just make sure I'm getting this. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing next. I'm trying to get all these ship techs knocked out, guys. We don't have this yet, but we'd get this before we got this done. So yeah, let's do that. Because we want 2 of these going towards ship techs. Because again, I'm just trying to get all the techs so that we'll be most up to date. Have that knocked out and finished up. Even if it isn't that beneficial to us now, maybe in the long run we'll have more of the more modern ships, and then that's how it'll benefit us. And we can't get the win there only because we're attacking the mountains, but it's like half strength there, so we can get the win there. And I guess we'll go and try and get behind those guys and hope we don't get cut off. And this is across a river, but he is about to win. It is a cruddy CAD division, so I'm going to attack him again. Why not? Oh, we could cut that guy off if we went that way. I suppose that'd be one thing to do here, but we could also cut him off if we go this way, or if we go this way here. That's what we'll do. We'll have this guy go over here. Oh, okay. Can't do that apparently. Okay. He cannot enter that province. So we'll just go over here this way, and I know it's one CAV division, so it's not that big of a deal getting him cut off. So how much are these ones worth? I'm trying to get these damn victory points. Trying to get as much participation as we can, so that, again, now we control the peace treaty, so... but I'm trying to do things fair based on how much we participated. Like, for instance, Mongolia, we defeated Mongolia, so therefore we should be the ones to get the benefit from that. So the Soviet Union, we have gotten their cipher done. So we're going to go and make use of that because the war might be over in 30 days. So might as well make use of it now. So let's do it. And then we can also play that one. So let's go ahead and make use of it, and we'll have the extra benefits for 30 days. And as far as here again, there's really nothing I see that we should do or that we ought to do or whatever. We do have some operatives that we can get moved though. We have the ones in the Soviet Union. One of these gals is currently rooting out the resistance, and we'll probably keep her doing that because I think it's going to continue to be an issue. Could of course move her somewhere. I thought when you were on this, oops, I'm on the wrong thing. That's what the problem is. We could always move her somewhere else if we feel that this is not the best location, but it's always hard to tell because, she's there, putting the resistance down, so we don't know how high it would be if she wasn't there. I mean, there's a lot of resistance over in this area, but you know what, guys? I think we're going to start working on the Americans, man. Yeah, let's go and work on the Americans, and then we can maybe do some stuff against them. Again, we probably will need more than 3 operatives, but yeah, we'll go in and at least get the intel up. We can take a look at what they're doing, take a look at their ship designs. There's all kinds of stuff we could do with that kind of information. So yeah, we'll take a look and see what the American AI is doing. And we don't have these guys in control anymore over here, so it's not really a problem. These guys, yeah, they're not in control either, and that's fine. This is the only one we really want the AI in control of because there's just not much over here. Now, given they're still having issues, despite that fact, and there's not really any way for me to stop it when they're under control, but we'll get that airbase soon. We'll get the victory point, and also that'll make it a little bit easier for us to gain air superiority here, because you did see that was yellow last time we looked at it. So yeah, he's coming all the way over here for just one division, get it done, and a CAV division at that, so he's a little bit faster. Maybe get it done faster. Alright, so about to get the win here. And then we could come over this way to cut that cavalry division off on the fall of Stalingrad. There they go, man. They're just pushing forward. How long until the Soviet Union capitulates? Let's just take a look here. 67%. They currently have taken 3.85 million casualties. We've only taken 10,000 against Soviets, but again, we haven't really fought many of them. There really hasn't been a whole lot here. Let's go and attack this guy. And I haven't really been attacking much on this front. So let's just try and get this wrapped up, because it was under control of the AI, and then it took them off because they were doing a cruddy job. So now we're under control of it, and now we're doing a cruddy job, just because I'm not there, not paying attention. All right, so got to get them knocked out. I don't know if they have any divisions. I was gonna say we could just race and grab the capital real quick, and that would actually result in all the land just going to us. And maybe if there's no Soviet troops, of course. Maybe allowing us to cut them off really easy, so let's shoot over there for that. See if we can't make that happen. Alright, so we're attacking over that way. Alright, and did a division get cut off and destroyed? No, we all still got the right numbers. I just saw this here and it looked like maybe we might have had division get cut off, but that is not the case. Oh, I thought that guy was cut off too. Let's do... Okay, so yeah, he's going for that. I think we'll keep him going for that. And then after he takes this... I thought we had somebody else over here, but whatever. Let's go ahead and have him come over here and cut these this CAD division off. Just, it's not going to be hard to break through there, but again, just trying to reduce casualties, fight him when he has no supply. Alright, so he's going for that. Another opportunity here. We could easily cut troops off. We're going to be cutting off one right there anyways. Let's go ahead and come on over here. Maybe we'll try and cut these guys off, all of them. I think we're only going to be like one province away here. So we could go up this way to make it even easier to try and cut them all off. And only a couple more minutes, guys. We're going to have to end this here. So what I'm going to do is let's go and have this guy take this and then come over here while he attacks. I know he's going to be losing for a little while, but that's okay. Eventually he'll run out of supply and we'll be able to get him destroyed. Alright, let's go and get that province there. And good God, I'm doing some silly attacks here, man. Silly attacks. I think at the time it probably wasn't silly. Maybe that's why I signed him there. But yeah, it's silly now. So we'll go and stop it. Went in there, so we're going to keep that going. We have some decisions available. Let's take a look at that. See what the decision is. Oh, it's just war propaganda. I got all excited thinking it was something unique. It's just war propaganda, guys. Alright, so this doesn't really need to be here. It doesn't really matter if I unassign it because we're not putting it under AI control, but yeah, we'll get it out of the way so we see what we're doing here. But yeah, I think it's just kind of running through their territory at this point. There's really not much they can do about it. They just don't have the troop numbers. Things didn't go well for them in this campaign, apparently. All right, guys. So yeah, we made some good progress this episode, I feel. But yeah, I really feel like ending now would be good because I'm exhausted, guys. And if the point was to get the video shorter so that I can edit it, then it kind of defeated the purpose when I got like 20 cuts in here because I'm struggling, man. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I probably shouldn't have had an episode, but I did say the other day that it wouldn't, we wouldn't affect, that all the content I was working on wouldn't affect the series anymore. And it's not that the content is affecting the series, because now at this point, I'm done with the voiceover work, and I just need to edit one last little part of it. And it's just the fact that I'm tired as fuck, that's all, from doing that work. And I'm trying to, like, end these stupid attacks here. Got those guys going over this way. We'll let them all go over that way, I suppose. But yeah, the point was to reduce the editing. I don't think that was a very effective goal, because I failed in it. I think I have, like, a lot of cuts that I'm going to have to do. So we're going to go ahead and end it here. And I'm going to get some rest, and we'll come back on Tuesday's episode. Back to regular everything, man. Everything should be good to go. I'm planning on getting a good solid 6 hours of sleep tonight before work, hopefully. That's the plan. At the very least 5. So kind of back to my normal sleep hours, and we'll everything will go back to normal, guys. We'll get back on schedule. We got these guys cut off that CAD division. This is a lot of territory just for cutting off one CAD division here, so we're gonna have to get this finished up. It kind of got messed up because of these. We can't go through here, so that's why that got kind of confusing. I mean, it's just open territory at this point. I mean, it's just the Soviets don't have anybody over here to defend against us, and they'll capitulate soon, and we'll take a little bit of territory from them, and then we'll be focusing on going into India and Burma, maybe Tibet, and then yeah, perhaps even going to the Middle East. Let's see what our borders look like. What we end up just giving to ourselves in the peace treaty, just kind of see how the borders look, because yeah, I feel like all this is mine. I mean, obviously the Germans are going to get the most most economically rich region. It's got more resources than what you'll find over here. I mean, there's some resources, but they're going to get all the goodies more than likely, and they're going to get all the factories and stuff. As they should. So they'll get all that. But yeah, I feel like a lot of this territory is rightfully ours. I mean, we conquered it. The Germans didn't come over here. They didn't really help out. The British didn't help out over here. So yeah, I think we'll likely get a big chunk of this. And then the question is what to do with it, because it could puppet the Russians, but I think it makes more sense rather than have a Russia over here, I think it makes more sense if there was going to be a puppet, that it would be a German puppet. And we can't do that with the peace treaty mod. So probably just going to be annexing, guys. As I said, it's just going to be an annexing campaign. I don't do those very often where I just annex everything. And I think that's what we're going to do in this one. It's just going to be, we're just going to turn as much of the world our color here. Or at least this side of the world. We're going to leave the Germans and the British alone, more than likely. Never can predict what's going to happen. But yeah, after India and Burma, Tibet, maybe the Middle East, then it's going to be the United States. And they might even, come into the war before then. We'll just have to see. Hopefully we got a nice, big, large Navy at that point. We actually have a submarine that can train here. And if that carrier's done training, we'll pull him out. Oh, wait a minute. No, I already pulled him out. That's right. He's right over here. It looks like he's damaged too. Probably from training. Alright guys, so I will see you on Tuesday's episode. Hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. And I'll see you on the next episode where I'll just start this up nice and fresh and well slept, and finish up this conquest of the Soviet Union with the peace treaty, and then start moving on to our next conquest goals. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.